Hi, you're in the back room with Becky. It's Monday afternoon. So much has taken place. I know people were wondering why she's being quiet now, of all the times that she could be saying something. She's not saying anything. So much has been said, about Donald Trump. Uh, and I think that the war on terrorism trumps even Donald Trump. So, if they interrupted The Apprentice so that the president could come on, I tell you his timing is impeccable. Um, for all you name callers out there, my haters are my motivators. Okay? And this fat face you see, is still beautiful. I can lose weight, but you still gonna be stupid. Okay, what's up? Now, as we go through this new transition, I think that people are going to hear what they want to hear. Um, People are going to believe what they want to believe. And they're going to disbelieve anything that they choose not to believe. So, are we going to be moving on to a new subject matter? Absolutely. Even Trump has got to feel extremely stupid if he's still trying to grab headlines in lieu of what has transpired. And I would think that of all the people in this great nation who would really have things to lose, because, you are the employers, you are the companies, you are the brand names, you are, representative of America's economy. So what happens when we have wars, rumors of wars, and the backlash of those wars is war criminals? And if we are not prepared to take a life for a life, then, we are very delusional as a country. And if we think there's not going to be any reprisal, he was a figurehead, but we know many instances where they had a figurehead leader who all of a sudden became iconic because he was martyred, not murdered, for you slow inbred people. Martyred is to be killed in such a way that it sets off a movement among people. People become now mobilized behind collective grief, collective anger, collective outrage, whatever might be the case. The same thing that allowed our very civilized president to go before the nation and basically go gangster and say, yeah, this was an order to kill. We done chased the world looking for this man, spent millions of dollars. Y'all wasting money trying to get my birth certificate. I'm trying to get Osama bin Laden. Okay, please do not mistake the death of Osama bin Laden for the death of terrorism, because it is not. Doesn't mean it's over. Just mean that it's going to change. And just like we don't like the things that Donald Trump says, we need people like him to be behind the president. Not behind him trying to stab him in the back, but behind the president with their support, with their finances, with their influence, and with their resources. Because this country is about to get taken and shaken up in such a way. These events are not happening just because. Is it strategy? What can you strategically find somebody you've been looking for 10 years? I don't know if that's even worth faking it, because in and of itself, it was still an event. And even if we're getting propaganda, and mind you, I do believe that we are, some of the information we get is not meant, it's meant to confuse us, because they can't tell us everything. People are angry about him being, how did they do the body and get the DNA? You watch CSI. Half of that stuff is true, okay? The other part is TV land. Now, filter, if you will. And these are people with great amounts of money. Nations are involved. This is not just America got Osama bin Laden. The free world got Osama bin Laden. Didn't know one man get him. If God had to put him in a place where he could be taken, he would still be on the move. Just Just try to, I know that stable minds will prevail because, as I said once before, the collective intellect of a people will arrive at the same conclusion once given the correct information. You would have to be a fool to sit up and just keep arguing. Okay, they knew that you was going to question if this was Osama bin Laden. Do you really think? And they're handling criminal levels to which we only seen in movies, people. Let's get real. We got real twisted perceptions about reality. And that's, thanks to the internet and TV and all those people with creative minds. Let's be able to separate truth from fiction, okay? Some things that we say is just outlandish. Because I did too. I thought to myself, now wait a minute. Y'all say you got him. You say you can prove it with facial recognition. But we're not going to actually see the body. We're going to maybe see a picture. And I divert seriously, and I know people are saying, that's just barbaric. We just really don't even need to go there. But, come on now. Back in the day when they was getting Bonnie and Clyde and all them, they took their pictures, bullet holes, blood, tore up clothes, and all. And wouldn't you want that if you said, this is the man, this is his DNA, this is what his body looked like, this is what was the cause of his death, this was a justifiable kill. Okay, next. The most organized parts of our society is the military and politics. And I'm not saying like, no, but my family comes from a military background. Now, it's certain things that they have to do. They is the worldwide police. If you got to think of it no other way, let me break it down for you. That's the worldwide police. That's who they are. So when they're out there policing the oceans of the world and these foreign countries, another thing, people keep saying, how is it, it took them 10 years. Do you realize it's street criminals that have eluded the police for 20 years? Child molesters, they've eluded the police. This man had resources. And whatever he didn't have active, sources of his own, he had a people behind him. They didn't think that what he was doing was wrong. Not everybody over there. Else, they was protecting that man like he was their Robin Hood. Because he was tired of the Westerners coming over there telling them how to run their business. We got into the wrong fight. We jumped in to protect the wrong people. We should not even be involved over there. That is what I said. Yes, I did. I disagree with the president, the House, the Congress. I disagree with all of them. We need not to be over there. We got our own war going on right here in America. You want to spend some money on some stuff, spend some money on our infrastructure. Spend some money getting people health care and putting people back to work. And for God's sake, if we don't do nothing else, right. Let's not add insult to injury by being as barbaric. There was a quote, and I tweeted it yesterday, and it stood out in my mind. It said, remember while hunting monsters to be careful that you do not become a monster yourself. And that's what I would caution America before y'all start sending up the bells and the whistles and firing off the fireworks and dancing around the big bonfire where y'all done lynched just yet another person of color. No, I'm not pro-Osama. Don't ever think that I'm anti-American. I'm straight up red-blooded American. Do I believe everything they say? Do I agree with it? No, but they're my family. This is my country. So, yeah, I if it was up to me, I would have did a kill order too. I'm not angry at the president for doing that. But I'm angry for us being there in the first place, and we would inflame people that have these kind of convictions. What you don't understand is they're not going to stop coming. All those people, they have 40 and 50 children apiece. You really think we kill Osama bin Laden? We stop terrorism. Whoa. Great day in America. Really? Come on now. Do you really think we stopped terrorism? We did not. Get ready for the real fight. That was a scrimmage. That was them coming over and kicking the can in your yard. That's what they did on 9/11. They brought the game to America. Do you think we're not going to fight a war on our own soil? Do you really? Is that what you think? Well, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And those that ain't tough, you're what we call casualties. So let's be very clear that the war on terrorism is not over. Osama bin Laden, I feel within my spirit deeply convicted that yes, this is him. And it was just time, you know. It was just time for the president to get a W, okay? And this is, you know, politics is like sports. You know, you take me down 1 minute, I got to come back with something because I don't want you trying to show the people I'm weak. You know, that's why the guys on the basketball court getting all up on each other. Ugh, too much testosterone on the loose. You know, if President Obama doesn't run again, I'm going to contact Oprah. Oprah, you got a way of making folks come together and be ready to kumbaya. I wish you wasn't such an egotistical person and you would have ran for office for real. You would have hit 2 minorities at one and you would have set a world record. And who knows, you know, maybe you're just cooling your heels so you get a little bit more grit. You're in the back room with Becky, and this has been Monday's edition. And even if it's only 15 of you, I thank you for listening. For the people. If you got a comment, question, or suggestion, you know, I don't mean, but me calling me a bitch ain't gonna stop me. I'm not going anywhere. For the people. Always. Peace.